Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another live. So, guys, it's breakfast time right here in my kitchen. So, let me get some of these out my way. I want to make my tea first so it could sit aside. So, here I got my cup, and I have some crushed ginger. I want to rinse this off. I'm not sure. Put some lemon peel. Okay, so that could sit aside. Going to add a small portion size of molasses. Not much. Just a small portion size, as you can see here. So this is going to sit aside right there. This side recording not that great. It's too sagging. Going to add some sliced almond. So I'm adding a teaspoon of chia seed and some flaxseed also. So guys, this is my breakfast right here, guys. My tea. Hello, hello, good morning to you. How you doing? What are you eating? Well, I'm having breakfast and I could go over um let me see. So my cereal bowl is avocado. I have some avocado, added some tomato, and I have some oatmeal. For rolled oatmeal, I have some sliced almond, and I have this crunch cereal. This one. This one is very good. I have dark chocolate. Chocolate. It have 11 gram of protein, 9 gram of fiber, which we needed that 0 gram of sugar. So I pay close attention when I'm buying food, like read the label to see exactly. And I have some flaxseed, had it also, and some chia seed. And then I have some almond milk. And then for my tea right here, I have some crushed ginger and small piece of lemon peel. And I had a small portion size of the molasses. So this is it right here for the day, for the morning for me right here, just to start my morning. This is it right here, to start my morning. This is it right here. All the nutrient that I needed for my body to start my morning is just right here, and I am full. So these are some of the food that I literally consume, because as I mentioned, and I will always talk about it because it's one of my reasons, eat this way. And this is one of the reasons why I choose to talk about it, because I mentioned before I was borderline diabetes when I was 40 years old, and that was 20 years ago. And when my doctor told me, like, I'm diabetes, I'm borderline, not diabetes, because you can cure type 1 diabetes. But borderline, of course, you can help yourself through that. And I was borderline. I was very heavy at that time also, not watching what I'm eating, just eat anything. And I changed my life, I just changed my life. Um, like when I went to school, I have to take nutrition. And it's kind of helped me a lot taking that classes, because it's helped me how to count my carb, how to eat, whatnot, good, great for the body, and those type of things. So those are the because I take nutrition in school. It's really helped me with my overall health also, and I am very on. Sorry, people. So I'm a very determined person, and I am happy for who I am, that, I'm very determined, disciplined myself. And these are the type of way I eat, like, in the morning time. I try to have healthy breakfast, and also try to eat very healthy, because it's really helped me today, give me that courage, that hope, mobility, and everything, so I can stand here today to, walk you guys through how I beat borderline diabetes, and these are some of my food them. And these type of eating come with discipline, it come with discipline. You have to discipline yourself. It's not about you going to someone do a video in certain type of food because the food is good for you. You're going to try the food one time, although it's very hard for a person body used to certain type of food, and just switch. It's very hard. And it's also hard for the body also to just switch. You'll have to take your time step by step and cut yourself off, like, portion size, and those type of thing. I have type 2 diabetes, and yeah, it's good to take care of yourself, watch what you eat, watch what you eat. And I believe many people out there also, not just me alone, and YouTube all over the place and here, that really speak about diabetes and how people should, take care of themselves. But for me, I know for sure I was borderline. And because I was borderline, it gave me 100% ability, you know, and the strength to speak and to let every single one out there know that diabetes ain't joke. You have to take it in consideration. It's no joke. It's no joke. And it's good when, when you go to have your yearly checked up at your doctor, to let your doctor check your A1C, because sometimes if you don't brought certain thing to your doctor attention, you have to do that. Remind them, can I have an A1C, especially if you know you have diabetes in your family, because diabetes is really a crazy sickness, very crazy. And these are some of the things that why I take my health in consideration, because working in the medical field and go out there every single day of my life and see from young children to growing adults who struggling with diabetes and able to manage to take care of themselves. Especially it's bleed my heart to see young children, when young children have type 1 diabetes. It's just really like very crazy for me, and a little upset, because I believe that parents should pay close attention and the food that their children eating, because many adults out there are struggling to take care of themselves with diabetes. To compare, to children, it's more difficult for children, because children are young, they don't have much knowledge. So parents is the one have to walk them through and make sure they are eating healthy. When they go into school in the morning, pack their bag with some snack, like they fruits, they veggie, and those type of things. And those type of thing is one of the best thing to grow your children in. Raise them in fruits and veggie from a young age growing up, so they grow up, you know, and used to that type of eating. When they grow up and they broke into like just consuming McDonald's, Burger King, and those type of food, candy, and those type of food, it's hard for parents to get them out of that eating habit. It's very difficult. So, it's really challenging. And whenever I go out there, like working in the medical field, it's just painful, very sad and painful. And those are some of the things that literally helped me to, to be a stronger person today here, to take good care of myself. Just don't go in the supermarket because the food is there and just, pop my carriage with all type of junk. No, it doesn't mean like that. Spend time and go in the supermarket, read the label, how many carb, how many fat, how many sugar, and all those things you're getting. And do it step by step. You don't have to cut yourself out if you're eating in a day. Just take your time. Take your time, like what I used to literally did. Because I used to eat, and when I say anything, I'm not a McDonald's, Burger King food eater from day one. I'm not a pizza lover, but sometimes I could have maybe half of a slice if it's a veggie pizza, but I don't really mess with it, especially nowadays. I'm disciplined myself. I'm just speaking base and thin. And I would have a small piece of pizza and those type of thing. I used to love ice cream, like grape nut, rum and raisin, and those type of thing. I cut those things out many years ago, like not 20 years ago. I just changed my life, and my doctor and many people, also my family, are very proud of me, very, very proud to see how I very disciplined myself when it comes to eating. And I believe if I could do it, many people out there can do the same thing. You know, you don't have to just cut your food off all at once, but every day you get up, you just change your eating, cut back, cut back on your eating, cut back and those type of thing. Choose from overnight what you planning and having for breakfast the next day. If you are a bread lover, um, wheat bread recommended. Many people love the white bread, but wheat bread is better. It's have fiber and it's better for your health. You can start yourself off by either one slice of bread, and you have to pay close attention to see how many carb in that bread. If one slice is 35 grams starch or 45, because each meal we're entitled to eat at least 45 to 60 grams of starch. So pay close attention to see how many, because some people like to have two, three, four slices of bread. Some people even consume more. So if you start yourself off with at least a slice of bread in the morning time, you could get an hard boiled egg, cut out the frying. Just cut back in the frying, cut back in the portion size of cooking oil that you are using. Because if you watch many people, not criticizing anyone at all, because everyone do what is best for them. I do what is best for me, and I make my videos them according to what I'm happy and comfortable with. So if you're using cooking oil, you could use a cork, or a tablespoon at least. You don't have to fill that pot with cooking oil. You don't. You're blocking your valve. You know what I mean? And it's you don't need all that oil. It's either you bake, break yourself into it. You bake, you jerk, or you boil. It's just simple and easy. You can do in the morning time you could have an odd boiled egg. If you're a person who loves cereal, like Caribbean people, they call like cornmeal porridge, oatmeal porridge, and those type of things. If you're those type of people, watch what you put in the porridge, because sometimes we believe that, like oatmeal right here. This is my oatmeal right here. And growing up as a child back then in the days in Jamaica, you know what Jamaica, the way Jamaica prepare oatmeal, also my parents, they would cook the oatmeal, had it, the sweetened milk, cinnamon, nutmeg, and those type of things. For me, getting older and start to take care of myself, I don't use sweetened milk when I'm fixing oatmeal, because the oatmeal already there giving me nutrient. And sometimes we eating the right food, but it's what we added to the food. That's what messing up our health, you know. Just like the whole meal here, some people who cook some whole meal, they would add a tin of sweetened milk into it. Just watch, what you added into your food. Because my grandson and my son, they love porridge. So whenever they come in by to visit, I have to cook them porridge. So I have a can of sweetened milk, and I would use maybe like a teaspoon, not a teaspoon, excuse me, a tablespoon, and that's it. And then I would add a little salt, some little spice to make it taste good. You don't have to add the whole can of sweet milk into that porridge, because sometimes we eating good food, but sometimes we add in too many sugar, too many sodium to the food, and then because of what we added into the food, it messing up our health. Like, when I start off myself, start to eat good, because I used to love rice. When I said love rice, every Caribbean people love rice. I have to be very honest. Every Caribbean country people love rice. And in all different way, we love rice. And I cut rice all completely out my eating, all completely. Because you can, if you started to eating healthy, you're going to feel that different in your stomach area. When you start to eat that plate of rice and beans, and you cook rice and beans, then you cook mashed potatoes, potato salad, and then you have another salad again at the side. You have fried chicken, you got curry goat, you got oxtail, you got all of those things. Because I literally saw them where people had this, that to a plate of food. You don't need all of that, because if you're having rice and beans, why you want potato salad again at the side? I know it's a tradition thing where people like they cook rice and beans, they want to have some potato salad. No, you don't need that. Potato salad could be for a meal itself, like, a 2 spoon of potato salad with piece of baked chicken, some veggie, or and those type of things. That's a meal right there. So you can have your rice and beans, but make sure that you're going to replace the potato salad with veggie. You know what I mean? And that going to help you. It's not about you gonna cut out all completely, to do exactly what I did. But if you want to be around for a if you want to be around for a long period of time and living healthy, you have to change your diet. You have to eat healthy. You have to discipline yourself, improve yourself. Don't, when you go to the doctor and the doctor said, oh, you diagnosed with this form of complication. How many people out there just walk out in his state, oh, doctor don't know what he's talking about. Oh, I'm not going to stop eating this. I'm not giving up. Many people say that because I heard it from many, many people out there. When they doctor mentioned to them, oh, you're borderline diabetes. You're diagnosed with this. You have high blood pressure. No, they still walk out and put a cigarette to their mouth. They still walk to the liquor store and get a bottle of liquor because they're not focusing on what the doctor mentioned to them. So we have to take care of ourselves. If you want to be around, wake up in good spirit, in good mood. When you eat, you can get up. You don't have to sit down for another hour because you feel tired. You're supposed to eat and feels good. You're in yourself. You're supposed to eat and feel as good in yourself. So you have diabetes. This is very important. Just try. I'm gonna get my glasses. Give me 1 second, please. I don't want to strain my eyes, so you can see, but I don't want to strain my eyes. Okay. Yeah, and that's good, of course. Once you discipline yourself, it's just what matter. Once you discipline yourself, it doesn't mean you're gonna give up everything. Because honestly, I had to be real today. Our body need a little of everything. Okay, like my carb, I get my carb here. I don't have to eat a plate of rice and beans. I get my carb right here. I get my sugar from natural fruits and those type of things. I don't use sugar. I use some molasses, and honey and molasses is iron sugar, but it's just a portion size. So I use it small, less than a teaspoon. I put in this. And these things just keep my brain relaxed for the day. Keep me focused, stress free. These are the type of simple little things then that I break myself into every day of my life, because as I mentioned, my mother, she's still alive, but my mother area is all about herb. And I'm the only one from 6 kids who literally take off of my mom's footstep. I believe in 100% natural herb. I don't prescribe for any form of medication, none whatsoever. None whatsoever. I have to be honest. When I was in school, I was on some blood pressure medication. And the reason for that, because, for anyone watching this video and you attend school, it's very difficult, especially in the medical field. Very, very difficult. It's not easy. It's a challenge. And I had to study so much and frustrated, stressed, the abuse, the treatment you get in the school. That it was just paranoid. It was just crazy, and many people go to school. Sometimes it's just not the work, the schoolwork that stress you. It's just the professor. It's just the people that are around you. You know what I mean? Can make you stress. But it's still a lot of work, and that's the only thing I was placed in medication during that period of time for my pressure, because my pressure was getting a little high, like 134 over 80 something. because I wasn't getting enough rest, But apart from that, I'm not on any form of medication as a 60 years old woman right here. I have to be very honest to anyone out there, So people, take care of ourselves. If I can do it, I know you all can do it. You don't have to get up today because I mentioned about eating healthy or someone else video out there telling you to eat healthy. Oh, you went to the supermarket and you get rid of everything and then you're gonna start. Yes, it's always a start. But just take your time step by step. Try healthy breakfast. Try to eat a healthy lunch and try to eat a healthy dinner. Just take it step by step. And you're going to say, wow. And you're going to thank me and thank many people out there who literally are making video about how to food choice to eat to beat diabetes. Okay, people? So these are some of my food that I eat right here. And these type of food that I eat right here, they help me to go to the bathroom. They keep I loaded with energy. They just focus. They help me with everything. They just help me with everything. And these are one of my meal right here. This meal here, I would consume this meal once a week right here. Some of the stuff that I would have to different. Every meal is like my chia seed I consume every day. My soy sauce, of course, you know, my nuts and those type of thing. But it is very important. Drink my milk, because I need it for my bone. Also, so it is very important to take good care of yourself. Okay, people? So anyway, people, if you haven't watched if you haven't subscribed to my channel as yet, please go ahead and do so now. Okay, people? And don't forget to share or comment. And I hope you guys like this video. All right, see you next time. Have a good day, you all. Bye-bye.